Hey guys, it's Miss Gardner here, and today we're going to talk about place value. And so when we start talking about place value, we're talking about where all of the numbers go when you write a number and how much they are worth. So in third grade, you built numbers that went all the way to the 100,000th place. A lot of the times you would use something that looked like this on your place value chart. Okay? And so what we would do here, oops, it's really blurry. All right, so you know that the smaller numbers would be the ones, the tens, and the hundreds, and they all lived in their own little house in their own little zone. So I'm gonna make their boxes all one color. So this house would all live here under the. I'm just using orange. It could be any color though. And these are all here in the hundred in the ones house. Okay. Now we don't say 100 ones. We just say hundreds because we haven't added any extra on there. Then, when you go into the house next door, which are separated here by this comma, okay, by a wonderful, wonderful comma, because after every 3 digits, we have to have a comma to separate the houses, okay. We move into, or the places, we move into the thousands place, okay, or if I told the story about the place value families, it would be the thousands house, okay. So these is how you would get to 6-digit numbers. Oops. Now, in fourth grade, we're going to go a little bit further, and we're going to add a couple more houses, or a couple more places over. So in fourth grade, you're going to go all the way over to the billions. So we're just going to have the ones, comma, the thousands, comma, because we can't forget our comma here when we start looking at numbers. And then you would move into the millions house. And I'm going to make the millions house blue, just so we can see that every 3 places belongs to a different group. So every 3 spots is separated by a comma. Important to note. Okay. And then we're going to go over here to the billions. And I'm going to make these guys red. But, oh look, we got 1, 2, 3, comma, 1, 2, 3, comma, 1, 2, 3. So I have another comma here. And if you notice, I did something wacky, because when I'm talking in place value and I'm trying to build my numbers, I'm going to start at the left to build the numbers and not try to start putting numbers over here first. So my places for place value are going to start in the ones and go back to the right, or back to the left. And so we get into the billions. Okay. This is the house where we're going to stop in fourth grade. So we've added a lot of number columns. We added 6 more digits. So now we can make up to 12-digit numbers. Those are big, big numbers. But it's going to be a-okay. Now, later on, we'll talk about expanding on even further and talking about what happens when we get to numbers that are smaller than 1. But right now, we're not going to do that. We're going to stick right here all the way up to the billions. Now, before we get to the millions and the billions, we're going to review some third grade math, and we are going to talk about just the ones and the thousands. Okay, so we're going to play a game that I like to play. It's called Be the Teacher, and so I'm going to try to make the biggest number that I can using a dice and using my place value spots. Okay. And so my first number I roll is 5, and I'm going to write that over here. Okay, I rolled because I rolled a 5. So I rolled a 5, and I'm going to roll up to 6 numbers here, and I'm going to put a 5 here in the 1,000th place. Okay, I'm going to roll again. Oh, I rolled another 5, which happens sometimes. Okay, I'm going to put it here in the hundredths place. 1. Okay, I'm going to put 1 in the ones place. 8, I'm going to put in the 10,000s place. I'm holding out for a 9 over here. A 2, so an 8 and a 2. I have a 2 here. And a 1. Ah! Alright, so I ended up building the number 185,000, because there's a comma here, 185,521. Now, if you notice when I was saying this, I didn't say and here, because and is when we start adding numbers that are smaller than 1, we say and, the decimal. But I didn't use a decimal here. So I built the number 185,000, because I'm there, 521. Okay, let's do one more. Okay. 3. All right, I'm hoping 3 here. Okay. 1. Put 1 there. 3. So I'm trying to build a big number. 2. 8. I'm gonna put 8 over here. Watch me roll a 9. And an 8. Okay. So the number I built this time was 882,331. Okay. So that's a review there. Now we can build even bigger numbers. So I'm just going to add on to this one here. And I'm going to stop when I get to the billions. I'm not going to go past 1 billion there. I'm not going to get into the tens or the hundreds. Okay, so let's look. 5 here. 6, 0, and 1. Okay, there's my 1. All right, so let's read this number. Okay, it says 1 billion. Oh, now I'm into my millions. I don't have any hundreds, so I'm not going to say 0 hundreds. I'm going to say 1,060,882,331. So that's just a review on place value. Well, we're going to practice some more. Hope that helps for now.